Good morning. It's my privilege to welcome you all to the Andhra Pradesh Police Retreat 2026, Future Ready Andhra Pradesh Police. At the outset, I extend a warm and respectful welcome to our chief guest, Srimati Vangarapudi Anita Garu, Honorable Minister for Home Affairs and Disaster Management, Government of Andhra Pradesh. I request Srimati Bhavna, DSP PCS, to welcome Madam with a bouquet. I also extend a very warm welcome to Shri Harish Kumar Gupta, IPS Director General of Police, HOPF, Andhra Pradesh. I request Dr. Shri Veda, ACP Vijayawada, to welcome sir. I welcome all our distinguished senior officers, all participating IPS officers, subject matter experts from IITs, IIMs, and other premier institutes, and media personnel present here today. A similar retreat of Andhra Pradesh police officers was last held in 2001. At that time, left-wing extremism was one of the most serious challenges confronting the state. Andhra Pradesh police has successfully brought this problem under control and stood as a role model in its intelligence-led operations and specialized capabilities, with Greyhounds SIB becoming benchmarks at the national level. 25 years later, we meet once again at a moment of profound change. The challenges before us today are very different and in many respects even more complex. The vision of this retreat is to build an Andhra Pradesh police that can prevent harm before it occurs, operate with equal confidence in both the physical and digital domains, and emerge as one of the finest public safety institutions by 2025. Just as Andhra Pradesh police successfully rose to the defining challenge of left-wing extremism in an earlier era, this retreat calls upon us to recognize and prepare for the defining challenges of the coming era. The threats may have changed, but the qualities required of us remain constant: foresight, professionalism, courage, adaptability, and an unwavering commitment to the safety and dignity of every citizen. Once again, I extend a most cordial welcome to our Honorable Minister, our Director General of Police, all distinguished dignitaries, and every officer participating in this important retreat. Thank you and a very warm welcome to you all. This retreat is a product of benevolent guidance and vision of our DGP sir. So now I request Shri Harish Kumar Gupta, IPS Director General of Police, HOPF, Andhra Pradesh, to deliver the welcome address.
A very warm welcome and good morning to all of you. Honorable Home Minister Vangarapudi Anita Garu, all the guests from the IITs and IIMs and other reputed institutions, press and media. For next couple of minutes, I would be talking on few points which will guide us through next 20 years when we land up in 2047, how we should be. It's not a usual thought process as we complete the 100 years of independence, how we should be. And for next 20 years, if we had to change, we had to change in next 20 years. No police force can change in overnight, so it requires a very deliberate effort. The purpose of gathering here for this retreat, the idea was we had some idea in 2025, something we could not do, and after 25 years, 2001, when I was the SP, that was the last retreat we had. It's a thought. All the police leadership, the top leadership, which is leading the police force, has to sit down coolly, away from the routine duties, and think what should we do, how we should go forward. So I will not be talking about the force we have. I am going to talk about the force we have not yet built. How do we build this force? So this is all the idea behind my this thing. And let me tell you, this is not a sermon or anything like that. It's an argument. And I'll try to make you uncomfortable. Just a thought-provoking thoughts I'll be telling you, because comfort is one thing a force cannot afford, and when the word is it policies is being rewritten in single budget cycles, we have to change. 10 questions let me ask you. The 10 questions are, if Andhra Pradesh police did not exist and we were founded tomorrow with a blank sheet and everything we know now, would we build the police stations or circles or subdivisions or the districts, or would we build something else? World is going to be flat with the influx of technology. How do we take it forward? Jurisdictions don't matter anymore. So this is a big question before us. How do we answer it? Let me give you another example. A doctor is judged by the illness he or she prevents, not the surgery she performs or the medication. Why do we still have to measure ourselves as a police force with the crimes that already have taken place and crime statistics rather than the harms that were prevented? How do we achieve this? So that is going to be a big question before us. That's the second question. The third is, the crime scene of 2047 or 2045, whatever you call it, will not have any human in it. No fingerprints, no blood, no geography, no jurisdiction. An offender sitting couple of countries away defrauds a farmer, say in Anantapur, or an anonymous script commits 10,000 extortions before breakfast. How do you cope with it? That's the question. Let us take an example of air traffic control. It watches every object in the sky and no one thinks it is strange. By 2045, the airspace below 1,000 feet will carry more daily traffic than the National Highway 16 of AB. Are we equipped to handle it? So that's the question. When we talk about road safety and all that, these are outdated concepts now. Urban mobility. How do we tackle these? Are we prepared for it? Do we have these institutions with us? Now we can, now we are at the stage of automating the summons, verification, challan, the first level analytics. Where is the bright line we will never cross? The decision that touches the citizen's liberty. How do we deal with the citizen of tomorrow? And this is, I am talking about those police officers who are still in school, who will join the force, say, in next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. How do we train them? How do we equip them to deal with all these challenges? If you look around our ecosystem and the surroundings, the world is changing very fast. And police forces across the country, I don't have any hesitation in saying, are very static. When we are formed in, say, for the next decade may never touch our infrastructure at all. It will target our people's mind, which you are seeing now. How the the recent happenings surrounding us. People's mind is something. How do we deal with it? Our elections, our trust in each other through deep fakes and manufactured outrage. That's another question we have to answer. We have to prepare. We have to skill ourselves. whatever. The threat is arriving at very fast pace as a code, as a crypto, as a synthetic media. I'm not talking about regular media. Please don't mistake me. I'm talking about synthetic media, built up media. Whom do we take? What kind of qualifications do we require for our force? That's another question we have to ask ourselves. Very, very pertinent question. Because the people who are getting recruited now, they will be serving till 2060, 65 or something, even now. Let me take example of Formula One. It changes 4 tires when the car is stopped in under 2 seconds. Emergency response numbers. Everybody is operating in a silo and responding to the calls as of now. How do we integrate so that citizen doesn't distinguish whether he is calling on X number or Y number or Z number? He wants a response and uniform response all the time. That's a challenge. How do we prepare our force to respond to that? So all these questions we must answer in this retreat, and we have got 3 days. Medicine stopped waiting for patients to collapse. It learned to screen, to vaccinate, to intervene early. Our equivalent is digital human safety grid. Can we do it? And how fast we can do it? And a risk and referral register, uniting police, health, education, women and child welfare, mental health, to spot the 7 preventable harms. In one of the districts, and then we can take it forward on pilot basis. So we must learn from the medicine how it evolved. Similarly, we have to evolve, integrate with everything, and then give a uniform. How do we design it? Are we ready for it? All those questions have to be answered. Now, let us like banks have certain alert systems. These transactions are suspicious, so they have alert. A similar thing we have to evolve here. So Formula One example I have given you. The maybe like intelligence. What intelligence we are doing? Your special branch change. Can we that he can prevent crime? So these are all the questions you will be doing it over a period of time, and then we'll have our short-term, medium-term, and long-term plans. For that, we have to devise a workable solution in next 3 days. What will be our target, say, in 0 to 3 years, 3 to 7 years, 7 to 12 years? This thing. Now we have this, 6 working groups. So I hope all of you will be doing, this thing. Next vital question: what will be the role of an IPS officer in 2047? Have you ever thought of it? We cannot continue like this. Or many of you will be in the service much beyond that. Okay. Knowledge, skills, update your skills like that. So these are the few, questions I wanted to tell you. This is how this retreat is going to work, and this is how we are going to, this thing. I have given you some reading material. I'll be giving you reading. I don't know whether you have given or not. I have given you some reading material. Please go through it. It's very AP specific. Apart from, and when you are discussing in the groups, my suggestion to all of you, please go through the data also, previous data, as far as you can go. Study the data, go through, reading material, discuss. That's why we wanted all the 6 working groups, to deliberate on all the 6 topics, sitting separately, so that you get the whole perspective rather than getting confined to a particular group. So let us design a police force for 2047, a new force, the new institutions, the new skill sets, and then with the urge to serve the nation. And as the nation turns 100 years, that will be our defining moment, how we have changed ourselves. Thank you. Good day.
To design police organization of 2047. It is now my privilege to invite Srimati Vangalpudi Anita Garu, Honorable Minister for Home Affairs and Disaster Management, Government of Andhra Pradesh, to deliver the inaugural address.
ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఇది మంచి ప్రివిలైజ్ మనందరికీ కూడా. అరౌండ్ 2001 అనుకుంటా, ఐ థింక్ సో. ఆ టైంలో ఈ రీట్రీట్ కార్యక్రమం అన్నది 2001 గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి, ప్రస్తుత ముఖ్యమంత్రి, అప్పుడు ముఖ్యమంత్రి చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు ఉన్నప్పుడే ఇటువంటి కార్యక్రమానికి ఆ రోజు శ్రీకారం చుట్టడం, మళ్ళీ అగైన్ 25 సంవత్సరాల తర్వాత 25 ఇయర్స్ తర్వాత మరి ఇటువంటి కార్యక్రమాన్ని శ్రీకారం చుట్టడమే కాకుండా ఇంత సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా నడిపిస్తున్నందుకు ప్రత్యేకంగా గౌరవ డీజీపీ గారికి మీ అందరి తరపున, రాష్ట్రం తరపున ప్రత్యేకంగా నేను